want to keep streaming. I mean, Yuffie is saying that he has something for Max, and I'm honestly kind of scared. I can expect what it will be. Also, thank you for the raid, Max. I appreciate it. Alright, here I am. There's me. And let's get into the game, shall we? Last time, we finished our first playthrough. Can you please notice? Yeah, okay, there we go. We finished our first playthrough. Oh, Todd! 2 years? That's insane.
2 years, let's go.
That's insane, Todd. Thank you so much for this, appreciate it. Ready, Max? I know what it is. Thank you for the follow, Kaz. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, I knew this was coming. Thought this is huge. Also, apparently it's my affiliate anniversary, which I had no clue about.
Whenever
Oh,
I interacted with Kaine, I was reminded about something from my past.
that's where we start?
Maybe my mind has been confusing her with my sister this whole time. Anyway.
Thanks, Yuffie. We start when she wakes up. I see. How many years have you had affiliate for? Three, four? Something like that. The sound of rain filled the village. Todd, we're reading again. It's your favorite part. You can't miss this. The steep cliffs that surrounded the area magnified sound, causing even the slightest drizzle to rattle like a thunderstorm. Thin wisps of smoke streamed from huts as the villagers huddled in their homes and waited out the rain. Off to Sekiro with you? No. Excuse me, Todd. We're not playing Sekiro. Just kidding. Are you? Are you though? Single child, however, had braved the downpour and was now wandering slowly toward the wooden, hawk-shaped weather vane at the center of town. I tried playing NieR again, but it's more interesting watching you play it, honestly. Are you unable to play it yourself? Like, do you get bored? But yeah, that is a very lovely thing to say. I'm lurking, do stuff, enjoy yourself, Max. The wanderer reached a vein which had existed for as long as any could remember and stared. The child's face was simultaneously delicate and fierce, like a teacup that had survived a shipwreck. Those traits combined with pale white skin to give the face an almost sexless quality. If the beak turns east, I go home. If it stays west, then I... The child blinked. Rain slowly dripped down the young one's short hair and began its long descent to the ground. I tried playing it again and really love it, but I struggled to stay entertained. Maybe I just wasn't in the mood that day. That might be. Max is a great person. You're right about that, Yuffie. Come on. Come on. The child felt a slight breeze and watched as the vein slowly creaked to life. Spinning this way and that for a moment, it finally settled with the beak pointing firmly towards the east. Is there gonna be a question again? Like, are they gonna ask me, what are you gonna do when it points east? Because I didn't pay attention. You and Max are great people, and I'm thankful I may. Stop, Yuffie, you're too kind. Stop. I just started streaming. I'm not ready for this. East? Question mark. Really? But you're always yourself, and that's what's great. I mean, I don't know how to be anyone else, so... Before the rain could move again, a jagged rock came spinning and tumbling through the air, striking home against the child's head. This poor child! Who's throwing rocks at the child? The force of the blow dropped the child to the ground as a hail of stones began to fall all around. Excuse me, why is the child getting stones thrown at it? You're awesome too, Sarah. Thank you. I'm trying my best. Me too, honestly. Oh no, they found me. A heartbreaking smile crept across the child's face as the stones continued their assault. Through the rain, the sound of multiple footsteps grew louder before a voice rang out. Wait, could this child be Kaine? Like, we're literally just starting to play through as her. Could it be her? You who. Okay, it is her. The voice belonged to Demo, worst of all the bullies in the area. So that's where she grew up. She grew up in the area. Lore. The lore is coming together. As Kanye, yeah, I'm just gonna keep calling her Kanye because I don't know why my brain can't read her name. Struggled to stand. A final stone came skittering through the mud and bounced against her foot. Blood oozed from a cut above her eye and blurred her vision, but she could make out the shapes of Demo and his usual gang of idiots. The boys seemed taken aback for a moment by Kanye's seeming indifference to the blood dripping from her face, but quickly regained his bravado. What's up, freak? You like the rain? You like getting all wet? Or did you finally decide to run away from home? To be honest, without Sarah, I wouldn't be here. So it's all her fault, and I'm thankful for you throwing me down this rabbit hole. It is true. The only reason Max started streaming is because I got back to streaming, and he was like, "I want to do that." And then, yeah, he started streaming. Though she knew it was futile, Kanye turned to leave. Before she could get more than a few steps, the other children scrambled to surround her, cruelty burning in their eyes. I'm glad that happened. Damn. I don't know if I'm glad about that. Max is such a workaholic now. Now I'm catching up with my follower amount. One day you will reach it. Maybe. Kanye knew those were not the only eyes on her. The tormentors' parents watched from the safety of their homes. She was attuned to this sensation. It was one she had experienced many times before. But why aren't the other parents doing anything? I'm a Stella. For real, for real. A tiny bit? I'm glad Todd agrees with you. Oh boy. While some villagers simply turned a blind eye to the actions of their children, many encouraged it openly. They encourage that kind of behavior? Excuse me. In a society ruled by superstition and fear, Kanye was something to be hated and, if possible, destroyed. I didn't say you could leave, freak. Demo's words chewed at her like a worm through an apple. He can't hurt me, she lied to herself. Be strong, be brave. He can't hurt me. He can't hurt me. He can't hurt. Oh look, the little freak is gonna cry. What's wrong? Are you sad that everyone hates you and wants you dead? Kanye prayed for the rain to flood down and carry her away from a world that seemed to have no place for her. But if there were gods, they chose to ignore her. As Demo crept ever closer, the clouds began to thin and the rain slowed. When the weather hates me, I'm useless, a failure. She's not a failure. The two of y'all are the only people I watch on Twitch. My other friends streams occasionally, but I watch y'all streams daily because I feel comfy and happy. Aww. Yuffie. Cringe Master, Semi Sellout, Shameless Music Plugs are just a few of your nicknames. Watch Todd for real. Yeah. Todd, start streaming so we can all join in. I wish Demo's rock had taken my head off. This is getting depressing very quickly. You follow them? Let's go. Todd deserves all the followers. I'm planning on it when Monster Hunter Wilds gets released. Ooh, when is that happening? Kanye couldn't meet Dino's leering gaze. She lowered her eyes and stared at the muddy ground below. The bully moved forward until he was inches away. She could smell the scent of old meat on his breath. The boy grabbed Kanye's face with thick fingers and yanked it upward. She tried to run away, but he forced her gaze back and jammed his thumb against her eyelid to pry it open. Oh boy. February 28th? Cool, cool. If you need help with whatever, tell us. Exactly. You know, we're here for you, Todd. Show me. No. Did you just say no? Demo grinned evilly. You don't say no to me. No one says no to me. Not even taking his attention from Kanye, he called to his cohorts. Come on, guys. Let's give the freak what she deserves. Oh boy. I wouldn't have a PC, so I'll just be watching chat through my Kindle. That's fine, though. You gotta start somewhere. I used to look at chat through my phone before I had two monitors, but now I'm living the life with two monitors, so, I can just have you guys open on a second monitor. And Max uses his tablet. He has one monitor as well. Like, there's no shame in that. 4 years, 4 months, 30 days, 3 hours. Sheesh. That is a long time, Todd. Anyway, as soon as Demo finished, kicks and blows began to rain down upon Kanye. I always use my phone for chat. Like, it's really useful to do that if you don't have the means to keep chat open in any other way. Yeah, I got 15 bucks table mount for the tablet. It's enough. Exactly. Has it really been 5 months already? What? What? I feel like you joined, yeah, well, not exactly yesterday, but I feel like it hasn't been 5 months. Oh boy. Nemo paused, still grinning, as Kanye curled into a ball and tried to make the pain stop. I don't get you, freak. What you acting like a girl for, huh? Everyone knows what you really are. Kanye ignored the question, choosing instead to stare at the weather vane. It continued to point east, as if supremely confident about the future it had chosen for her. Go home? Yeah, that's a funny joke for someone with their parents and no home to go to. Is that why she's getting bullied? Almost half a year, it really doesn't feel that. Yeah, I know, right? Freak, chanted the children. Freak, freak, freak. Kanye closed her eyes and listened to the rain, waiting for the pain to start again. As the clutching hands of the other children closed around her, she bent her mind to the sound of the rain, letting it become her world entire. The rain fell, but the pain never came. Only when the laughter of the tormentors turned to terrified cries did she dare open a single blood-caked eye. Kanye was shocked to see Demo sprawled on the ground, holding his head and screaming in pain. She could see blood welling from spaces between his fat, twisted fingers. Oh my god, he's crying. He's actually crying. Definitely time for Final Fantasy 15 again. Is that when you joined? Was that half a year ago already? Sheesh. What was the last game I played? Oblivion. Okay. Half a year is starting to make more sense now. Deprived of their leader, the other children glanced back and forth between themselves as if waiting for someone to step forward and take charge. Follow Ape. Has been following Sarah for 5 minutes. Yeah, that's right. When no savior emerged, they began an uneasy shuffle away from Kanye. 2 years, 2 months, 3 days, 7 hours, a week. You're a week, Max. Nah. What is it, Todd? Also, I'm kidding. I don't actually think he's weak. 2 years is a long time. But the young girl was the least of their concerns. The music changed. Instead, their attention was wrapped on the ancient woman standing a few feet away. After struggling for breath for a moment, she finally spoke in a voice thick with rage. So someone stood up for Kanye. I'm happy for that. Hurts like a bitch, don't it? Now I suggest you scatter before I throw another one. And if any of you little bastards ever touch my Kanye again, I'll do far worse than throw a rock. You can count on it. The old woman crouched down and gently touched the hand Demo was using to cover the wound. Before he could think to protest, she ground her palm into the wound and twisted back and forth. Oof. How are you doing today, future AI ruler of the world? You think Stream Elements is future AI ruler of the world? I doubt that. I don't think you're gonna get a response though. Not sentient yet, exactly. Happy Sekiro suffering? Hi Plum. Enjoy your lurkies, assuming you're going into lurkies. We're just reading. That's what we're doing. We started playing as Kanye. Thanks for giving a shout out to Plum. He deserves it. Ow! He screamed, leaping to his feet. Stop it! What are you doing? He does not. He absolutely does. Excuse me, Plum. What do you mean? Quit whining. Ain't no one ever died from a scratch. Just put a scratch. I followed Plum before I followed Sarah. I know that. You introduced me to Plum, Todd. You hit me with a rock, you stupid bitch. A big one. That thing could have killed me. Followed. Todd brought me over when you were playing the Goose Game. I followed myself before I followed. Who's Dara? I don't know any Daras. The old woman shrugged. Death is the best cure for stupid. Okay, I won't say anything to that, but I have some thoughts, and you can only assume what those thoughts may be. Timo's face twisted with rage at her words. Locking his eyes on Kanye, he took a step backward and spat on the ground. Get out, leave this village. No one wants you here, either of you. Seeing the old woman grab another stone, Timo and his companions turned tail and ran. As they fled, the old woman grabbed her side and barked out a single laugh. Ha! Look at the fat boy go! Guess he's healthy enough to run from a fight. The woman's smile faded as she turned her attention to Kanye. Kneeling down, she removed her shawl and placed it around the young girl's shoulders, then produced a cloth from the folds of her dress and began blotting at the blood on her forehead. Sarah, my Legend of Dragoon verdict is in. I liked it as a kid. As an adult, I keep thinking, man, what is this shit? Don't like it. Bad game. You don't have to play it, Plum. Also, I never played that game, and I don't know what that game is about, so. I do, though. Stop it! Stop playing the game! I've invested 30 hours already? Yeah, 30 hours is quite a bit. But you have Final Fantasy V that you're currently playing on stream. Did you get your mind off of that one? You know what I mean? Like, you're still having a good time, I would assume. Are you enjoying Final Fantasy V? I've been lurking a lot in your streams. It's amazing. You see, at least there's a different game you can enjoy that you get to enjoy like pretty much every day. Tickles my pickle in all the right ways. Let's go. I'm happy for you. Oh, Kanye, she said. Why didn't you fight back? You're stronger than that lot. The words of her grandmother stung Kanye, and she turned away. Don't be nice to me, she said. I don't deserve it. Nothing matters anymore. You know what? The part where Kanye said, I don't deserve it, is me. Because you guys are nice to me, and I'm like, I don't deserve it. Legend of Dragoon tickles, no pickles. Well, no Legend of Dragoon for me. Are you sad about that, Todd? I love it when a game can tickle my pickle for me. Me too. It's amazing. Her tears, held in check for so long, finally began to fall on the muddy ground below. Everyone hates me. They think I cause bad things to happen. They think I'm a freak. I wish I was dead. As Kanye's tears turned to sobs, she felt her grandmother's hands on her shoulders. Despite her advanced age and, how do you say that word? Diminutive size? She was a woman of surprising strength, and Kanye found herself unable to turn away. Don't talk like that, girl. It's a river wide and deep that flows between the realms of this world and the next, and it grants no mercy to any that attempt the crossing. You got a duty to fight until your last breath. Understand? The old woman tightened her grip and tried to still the tremor in her full voice. You know the pain of losing someone close to you, Kanye. You know because you survived it. As the words hit home, Kanye was struck by the force of her love for the old woman. As a young child, she didn't even know of her grandmother, but when her parents died, the woman quickly accepted her as her own. Grandma, as kinda called her, was cunning, vulgar, and quick to violence, and their first few years together had not been easy. Did the grandma beat her too? Has anyone played Squirrel with a Gun yet? No. What is that game? Why is there a squirrel with a gun? Assuming that's the plot of the game. But with each year that passed, Kanye and her grandmother had grown closer. However, it was only now, sitting in the mud with tears and blood caking her face, that Kanye truly understood the depths of her affection. Here was a woman who had seen hard times, who had seen death, who had fought through all these things and somehow emerged on the other side. I've been buying more and more visual novel games, honestly. I guess that's becoming a new thing I never thought I would love. I know technically not games, but fun to unwind with. It's nice pace after a long RPG. I get what you mean. I felt like I was really gonna get into visual novels after playing through Doki Doki, but I never did. Supposedly it is like Goat Simulator, but with a squirrel with a gun. Ah, yes. Why isn't there a squirrel with a gun, actually? You're asking the right question there, Plum. My voice is getting tired from all the reading. If anyone could understand Kanye's pain and loneliness, it was her. Do I make you sick, Grandma? Of course not. Don't be an ass. So that's why she talks like that. She picked it up from her grandma. That's where he got her, where she got her vocabulary from. That makes sense. Kaine drew her grandmother's moth-eaten shawl around her body and shuddered. Thank you for the creeper. Appreciated. But my body, it's not normal. If I was normal, then Mom and Dad wouldn't. Hush, interrupted Grandma. I'll not hear another word of this nonsense. You're my granddaughter and I love you. And if folks have a problem with that, they can just go to hell. Meme of the day. I want to get through this text, honestly. You should try A Winter's Daydream. It's also a visual novel, but an actual lovely, warm, happy story. Complete opposite of Doki Doki. No hate, I love Doki Doki dearly in my heart, especially Monica. Okay, okay. I'll keep it in mind. Thank you for the hydrate. Okay, we'll read a bit longer and then I'll show you the meme. Is that okay? With that, the old woman reached out and placed a wreath of dried flowers in Kanye's hair. The skill it took to bend the flowers without breaking the stems or losing a single petal was remarkable. And the beauty of it made Kanye want to cry all over again. Oh my gosh. These are lunar tears. Grandma, you made this for me? Lunar tears were legendary flowers. Most people could live their entire lives without ever seeing one, and yet her grandmother had somehow collected a dozen or more. I don't know if you guys remember, but when we first found her, or had contact with her, and figured out where she was living, she had that wreath hanging in the shed. Or, it wasn't really a shed because a wall was missing, but she had that hanging there. And that was made by her grandma. Or at least I assume so. I just want to imagine that she never threw it away and always kept it with her, Kinda reached up and touched the wreath as if she couldn't believe it was real. If this wall of text simulator. It really is, though. You're not wrong there, Dodd. Where did you find these? Just stumbled on them while I was out doing the shopping. The old woman turned away as she spoke, leading Kanye to suspect that the search had been more difficult than she was letting on. The pains she took to construct the ornament, let alone track down the flowers used in its construction, made Kanye's heart hurt. But aren't these voluntary side quests? The thing that I'm doing right now, this is main quest. I love NieR Replicant, but I did enjoy Automata more. At this point, I'm unsure which one I'm enjoying more. Because Automata really fucked with you. With your emotions. Oh boy, I guess Todd likes it more too. She reached up and gently adjusted the wreath, admiring the way it felt between her fingers. Didn't quite turn out right, said her grandmother as she squinted at it. These old hands have trouble with delicate work, but it sure looks good on a pretty girl like you. Kanye blushed and turned away. You think I'm pretty? Hey, shut up, Kanye. Dude, of course you are. I'll change my mind if this wall of text changes into some 50 Shades of Grey stuff. Uh-huh. 2BN A2 was great and awesome. I don't like... What? You don't like 9S? What? I can understand why, though. Of course you are. What a fool thing to say. Thank you, Grandma. Her grandmother smiled. We're gonna be fine, you and me, she said. Long as we got each other, we'll just be fine. We'll be just fine, sorry. Kanye took her grandmother's hand in hers, and the two of them struggled to their feet. Legend of Dragoon grinding time! Oh my god. One day this game will be over. And when it is, I'll delete it and never think of it again. I'm just hoping that it will be quick for you, Plum. Playing as him was torture, in my opinion. I think it was fine. I don't remember anything horrible about it when you were playing as him. Anyway, as he began the long walk home, Kanye gripped the hand with all her might, as if trying to stop smoke from drifting away on the wind. The rain had stopped. Kanye stood beneath the weather vane, watching it spin in lazy circles, no longer caring about the direction it faced when it stopped. I don't need to escape. I have a home now. Grandma loves me and that's enough, even if it's us against the world. Kaine let her gaze drift up past the vane and into the cloudy sky. The last faint hints of a rainbow were slowly fading. As she turned and headed for home, the light scattered into a million particles and vanished, seemingly taken away on the breeze. Oh? Do we get to play it? No. There's more reading. Anyway. You wanted meme. Can I? No, I can't access the menu right now. But I will do it differently. That's not what I want. I need volume mixer so I can turn down NieR Replicant. It can be there quietly. Anyway, Todd? Wait, is 9S the one I kept making fun of? I don't remember. A2 is your favorite? I don't mind the reading, since visual novel is my go-to lately. Probably, Sarah tends to like the obnoxious male characters and hates the awesome ones like Snow from Final... Snow is not awesome. He's horrible. I'm sure there are others who agree with me. Anyway, Todd, I have the meme open. Are you ready? I hope you're ready. Yes, Yuppie doesn't like snow. Wait, I should probably turn up the volume. Don't worry, you don't need to understand her. I've had this happen to me,
What the fuck?
but but not that badly.
Då vaknar han klar. Det här är det sjukaste
She got a
som hänt.
mustache. This has only happened to my eyelashes. And not to this scale.
Alltså det är så jättespännande.
And here it says, come run with me.
Då vaknar han klar. Det
Oh
här är det
boy.
sjukaste som hänt.
I can't imagine what that felt like. This is just everyday life here where I live. Everyday life. I'm pretty sure she's like
Alltså det är så jättespännande.
Swedish or Norwegian, which explains it for me at least. But yeah,
Sjukaste som hänt.
she's so pretty. The mustache though, and the eyebrows too. It's gorgeous. I love it. It is beautiful. Game. I need to turn NieR up again. Okay. In the distance, Kaine heard the steady sounds of an axe striking wood. The noise had a purposeful quality to it, as if she was hearing a master woodsman go about his work. Oops, that needs to go away from the screen. The firewood being produced, however, was as far from a work of art as could be. Pieces of every shape and size were being flung about a barren yard with wild abandon. Anyone trying to stack such wood would probably die of frustration before the job was through. Stupid piece of shit axe. Kaine's grandmother flailed away with the axe, filling the air with both splinters of wood and words that would make the most hardened sailor blush. Who was the crybaby in Final Fantasy XIII? Hope. Hope was the crybaby. At least I think you mean Hope. Grandma, called Kaine. That you, Kaine? Yelled the old woman, taking her eyes off the wood for a moment. Oh god, yeah, fuck that guy. Hey. Hope is just a child. He's a sweet boy. Don't get too close or I might take your goddamn foot off by mistake. She brought the axe down on a piece of wood, sending chips flying in every direction. One spun past Kaine close enough for her to hear the whistle, at which point she decided to step back. Once she had scuttled to a safe distance, she cupped her hands around her mouth and shouted, "Grandma!" No, he is emergency rations for his party if they run out of food. No. He is smart. He turns into a scientist. We need him. Trust me, Todd. We haven't played 13.2 yet. He gets better. Do you need help? I can get you water or lunch or a new axe or something. We need him to fill our bellies. Todd? I'm gonna say no. Because that sounds wrong. The axe, poised to strike another wobbly blow, paused in midair. The old woman considered her granddaughter's offer for a moment, then smiled. Tell you what, since I'm doing such a piss-poor job of chopping, why don't you come here and take over so I can go get the water? Shades have been restless lately, and I don't want you running into one of them bastards. How does that sound wrong? To me, it sounds wrong. Don't question it. Relinquishing the axe, her grandmother picked up a long pole with wooden buckets on either end. Gathering water was by far the more difficult of the two jobs, but Kaine knew better than to complain. Once Grandma's mind was set, there was no changing it. My mind. I think Yuffie gets it. I don't know what kind of belly filling you're thinking of, but whatever it is, needs to disappear. We can stop the belly filling talk. Kaine did her best to help with chores, but Grandma took every task that required travel to the village. Though she had a long list of plausible excuses, Kaine knew the real reason. She didn't want her granddaughter to be taunted and harassed by the villagers. Once Kaine moved in, Grandma decided to take up residence a good distance from the area. Out of sight, out of mind seemed to be the best policy when it came to the villagers and her granddaughter. And rare were the days when any but the two of them could be found on the rocky acre of land they called home. Could it be the same very place where we got to know her? I would assume so. Great nickname for a pregnancy, though. Excuse me. Ah, yes. Thank you, Todd. Anyway, out of sight, out of mind is how my brain works. I'm relating to that a lot. Kinda enjoyed the solitude, but harbored a secret resentment that her grandmother was forced to spend her golden years in such a place. After watching her grandmother leave, Kaine turned her attention to the task at hand. She had never chopped wood before in her life, and soon discovered why the old woman hated the chore. Swing after swing of the axe produced only a tiny crack in the wood, and when she finally managed to connect with a solid stroke, the tool embedded itself in the log and refused to budge. Frustrated, Kaine swung the axe around her head and threw it, log and all, across the yard. Todd, so the enemies in this game is called shades, so if there's 50 on the battlefield, does that give you your 50 shades? That's a good one, Yuppie. I appreciate that. Unfortunately, thanks to your twisted mind, it has now become part of my common vocabulary, like, let's having a belly filling time at the Please, Todd, no. Damn it. Oh crap. She suddenly understood the joy her grandmother felt in a good curse. Happier now, she picked up the axe, forced it from the wood, and resumed chopping. She had a natural skill with a blade, but the task was challenging, and blisters soon began to form on her small pink hands. This is tough. Let's have a belly fit. Oh my god, yeah. Okay. No. No, no. Todd, no. And my logs are all weird sizes. You should get that checked out, kinda. Okay. Spitting on her palms and ignoring the pain, Kaine redoubled her efforts. Just as she was developing a rhythm, Grandma returned from the village. Setting down her buckets with a small sigh, she took one look at the logs and coughed out a wheezy laugh. Pretty clumsy, girl, you better practice if you... Her grandmother suddenly collapsed to her knees, causing one of the buckets to wobble precariously. Eyes wide, Kaine dropped the axe and ran to her grandmother's side. Grandma! The old woman shook her head and pointed a trembling finger at the bucket. Get the bucket. Can't let it spill. Kaine steadied the bucket with a foot as she knelt by her grandmother. A small bit of water sloshed over the side and made a new home in the hem of her dress. But Kaine didn't notice. Grandma? Grandma, what's happening? Crazed with panic, she grabbed her grandmother by the shoulders and shook. After a moment, the woman lifted her arms and batted Kaine away. Stop that, just stop, she cried, breathing heavily. It ain't like I'm dying. Just tired from the trip is all. Kaine desperately wanted to believe her, but one look at the old woman's shaking hands and worn face told her more than words ever could. Her grandmother had lived a long, hard life, and it seemed the pill was finally coming due. The time when her grandmother watched over Kaine was ending, sooner than either of them had feared. The positions would be reversed. The next morning, Kaine came to the side of her grandmother's bed and took her wrinkled hand. Grandma, you're sick and you need medicine. I'm going to the village. The old woman shook her head and tried to rise, but Kaine gently pushed her down. It's all right, she said. I'll be fine. Her grandmother fixed her with a gaze that could melt steel. After what seemed an eternity, she finally lowered her eyes and sighed. Well, I don't like it, goddammit. But I guess I should quit being so stubborn and let you grow up. The old woman watched as Kaine strapped on her boots and made her way down the road to the village. I don't know, it seems like they ran out of money in the game to make cutscenes for these walls of text. But I kinda like it though. It's different. It makes you use your own imagination for these scenes. You know what I mean? Hours later, as an unseen sun made its way across a dark and rainy sky, she was still watching. Kaine moved at a brisk pace, checking her pockets every few minutes to make sure the money her grandmother gave her was still there. Every noise caused her to spin on her heels, making sure she wasn't being stalked by a shade, or worse, Demo and his gang. But she encountered neither tormentors nor shades, and Kaine finally found herself at the entrance to the village. The feudals she could see glanced sideways at her, then muttered to each other behind raised hands before slinking away into the shadows. Her heart racing, Kaine took a series of rapid, shallow breaths and tried to calm herself. I have to prove myself. I have to help Grandma. I have to be strong. She chanted those words to herself over and over as she slowly made her way. Finally, her eyes settled on a rotund older woman who was angrily waving her arms in the air and telling anyone who would listen exactly what she thought of Kaine's presence. Hey lady, said Kaine with a bravado she did not feel. Where's the apothecary? The woman's flabby cheeks shook in bewildered anger. How dare this thing speak to me? They seemed to say. But Kaine saw that her eyes held a different emotion. Fear. Yeah, we're both scared, lady. Trust me on this one. Which way? Kaine repeated. The woman pointed at a small building to her right before hitching up her dress and stumbling off in the other direction. Kaine cringed, expecting a stone to come flying from the assembled crowd, but none came. Her mind was filled with a strange sense of pride as she made her way to the apothecary. But the new emotion had little time to take root, for as soon as she opened the door, she noticed a familiar customer at the counter. It was Demo. He had clearly been sent here on some kind of family errand, because his gang of followers was nowhere to be found. Oh my god, he sputtered. I mean, what are you doing here, freak? The insult was delivered without force, and Kaine happily ignored it. Stretching on tiptoes to see over the counter, she asked the shopkeeper for the medication. How? Barked Demo. That old bitch finally kneel over? Go to hell, Demo. The boy's eyes grew so wide they seemed ready to fall out of his head. But before he could let fly a comeback, or worse, a punch, the apothecary told them to knock it off before he kicked them out of the store. Demo slunk out of the shop, cursing Kaine under his breath. Once he was gone, she allowed herself to breathe once more, taking a brief tour of the shop while the owner prepared her medication. Countless tiny bottles filled with cramped store. Oh, I got what that means now. Okay. Countless tiny bottles filled the cramped store, each with a label written in some indecipherable language. An ocean of aromas assaulted her nose, creating a scent that was exotic but not altogether unpleasant. Seeing such a variety of supplies gave Kaine a sense of peace. Surely in a world so vast, there would be a place that she could call home. On the far wall behind the counter rested a portrait of a stunning young girl. The picture had once combined bright, vibrant colors, but time had worked its cruel magic, and they were beginning to fade. The beauty of the work, however, remained undiminished. You like that picture? Kaine turned to find the apothecary with a small vial of medicine in his hand. His eyes were gentle but sad, and they seemed to stare through her and into nothing as he spoke. That's my daughter. I sketched her when she was just a little girl. She's been dead a long time now. That's sad. That's sad. Kaine didn't know how to respond. She just stared at the portrait and tried to come up with the right words. Pictures are wonderful things, continued the shopkeeper. They let the ones closest to you live on forever. He shook his head slightly, then looked down at Kaine and smiled. Handing her the medicine, he reached into his sizable green apron and produced a handful of wax crayons. You should have these. There's no one left that I wish to draw. Kaine took an instinctive step back, causing the shopkeeper's face to darken. Yes, I've heard the rumors about you, he said. It's a small village, and word travels quickly. Between you and me, I'm not sure which of them to believe, but I also don't think they matter much. I know your grandmother, Callie, and I think the way she was driven out of this town is just deplorable. Grandma's name is Callie? Thought Kaine suddenly. She didn't know her name? I mean, I guess we're finding out at the same time. She was still mulling this new fact over in her mind as she reached out and gently took the crayons from the apothecary's hands. Your grandmother is an old friend of mine, he said as Kaine scooted away yet again, and I owe her much. I wager she would like it if you drew a picture of her. Yes, I think she would like that very much. Kaine murmured a quiet agreement, but inside her heart was bursting. Never before had a villager treated her with anything but complete contempt. It was a tiny, almost imperceptible step, but it was a step nonetheless. And with enough tiny steps, she might one day discover the rest of the world. When Kaine returned home, she found her grandmother asleep in her bed. Her feet were blackened and raw, even bleeding a bit in places, leading Kaine to think that she had been pacing around the room until exhaustion finally caught up with her. She placed the medicine by her grandmother's pillow and turned to leave, but found the old woman's hand clasped, clasped around her arm. Back already, are you? Asked her grandmother with a yawn. Come here, let me have a look at you. Grandma sat up and examined Kaine from head to toe, finally satisfied that nothing terrible had befallen her grandchild. She leaned back and allowed herself to relax. Well, how was it? Those bastards give you any trouble? It was kind of fun, said Kaine with a small smile. No, seriously, it was. Funny? Asked her grandmother in a voice which implied she believed anything but. Uh-huh. So anytime you need me to run an errand, just let me know. As she spoke, Kaine removed the crayons from her pocket. After a brief explanation of their source, she informed her grandmother that she was going to sketch her portrait. A portrait of me? Ridiculous! No one wants to stare at a wrinkled old crone. But Grandma, it will make you live forever. Horseshit, said her grandmother, throwing back the sheet from her bed. Living forever would just piss me off. Now put those crayons away and help me with dinner. But Kaine would not relent, and in the end, Grandma found herself leaning against the wall of their house as if posing for a master artist. Kaine took up the crayons, eyed her subject carefully, and set to work. Just as her grandmother was about to nod off, Kaine finished the piece. After staring at it for a bit, she released it from her grip and let it slowly drift to the floor. It's terrible. It doesn't look like you at all. I want to see this drawing though. Please, game, show it to us. I'm sorry, Grandma. I thought these crayons would, make drawing easy or something. The old woman's eyes narrowed at her granddaughter's disappointment. Let me be the judge of that, she said, ignoring the pain in her back and reaching for the paper. The sketch could have been a person's face. It also could have been a boulder, a lump of clay, or an incredibly misshapen loaf of bread, all rendered in a chaotic array of colors. The old woman stared at the picture for a long time, then slowly wheezed out a laugh. Oh, Kaine, she said between laughter. You truly are my blood. You're as clumsy as me, and I love it. But, hush. I won't hear any more bull about how ugly you think it is. It came from the heart, and I'll treasure it always. True to her word, the old woman gave the picture a place of honor above the kitchen table. In the days that followed, Kaine would often catch her staring at the portrait with a strange smile on her face, an action she interpreted as silent, mocking laughter. A week later, Kaine could stand it no more and asked her grandmother to take the artwork down. Posh, said the old woman. I'll take this down when they roll me in my shroud. She pondered this for a bit, then turned to Kaine and dropped to one knee. Listen to me, girl. Seeing this picture makes me happy in a way I've never felt before. And it makes me want to go on, so that someday you can feel the same happiness. It was a moment that burned itself in Kaine's memory, a perfect blend of pride and love and joy that came together to form a lifelong remembrance. She swore to never forget this moment, to never forget the old woman who had made her place in the world possible. Time moves on, people and memories move in and out of life like ghosts passing through a hall. But this moment will be different. Kaine swore, because I will remember it forever. Forever. Kaine's dreams. Separation. More dreams. I think these are the dreams when she was a stone, a piece of stone, holding the door in one piece. So sweet. Oh boy. We've been reading for a bit over an hour, I feel like. Kinda listened to the sound of crackling firewood and stared at at the black object on her plate. She'd been pushing it around the wooden disc for a good 10 minutes, ignoring the bemused stare of her grandmother. Finally, she summoned her courage and gave the object a brief sniff. A sharp, bitter scent flew up her nostrils and made its home there, causing her face to twist with disgust. Grandma, I can't believe you want me to eat a bug. The old woman threw some more wood under the cooking pot and snorted. It's no bug, you fool girl. It's a berry. Why the hell would I be feeding you bugs? Yeah, well, it sure looks like a bug, said Kaine, and I think it's burned or something, because it smells terrible. With that, Kaine held her nose and threw the berry in her mouth, chewing as little as possible. Oh yeah? That's terrible, alright. Why, you little brat, laughed the old woman. Look at the sass on you. You've been spending too much time with me, and that's a fact. I mean, she's not wrong. 5 years had passed since the moment when Kaine's grandmother saved her from the bullies. As is often the way with two stubborn people, their relationship had grown in fits and starts, but moved forward all the same. Meals that used to be somber affairs were now filled with laughter and hurtled abuse in equal measure. Kaine could not remember a time when she had been happier. As the years went by, Kaine started to shoulder more and more of the daily responsibilities. Her grandmother's legs grew weaker by the day, and she could no longer do many of the chores she used to take for granted. And so this morning found Kaine lacing up her work boots with the breakfast of burnt berry rolling through her belly. Where are you going today? Asked Grandma suddenly. Kaine looked up, surprised. The old woman rarely asked for specifics anymore. Well, I was gonna check out the kelma trees and see if they were ripe. I thought we could make some jam or something. Oh, and I'm going to pick up some flagstones, so I need to take the wheelbarrow. Flagstones? What in the hell for? Kaine stared at her grandmother, then held out an arm and swept it around their home. Constructed mostly of cloth, rope, and rubble, the old place shagged like a boxer in the final round. Grandma, a dying cat could chew through this house. I'm going to build a stone wall so we have some protection. The old woman laughed, exposing her toothless grin to the world. Goddamn girl, if a bunch of thieves want to ransack this old place, let 'em come. We got nothing worth stealing anyway. I'm not worried about thieves. I'm worried about shades. People saw one west of the village yesterday. The old woman tilted her head and stared at her granddaughter. Well, shoot. I don't know why you have to do it today. We can worry about it some other. Grandma, no. If I don't go to the kelma trees, we won't eat tonight. You know that. A confused expression passed across the old woman's face, and for a moment she was a small child lost at a carnival. Yes, she said after a bit. Yes, of course you're right. I'm sorry, Kaine. Lately it seems my mind is. She didn't finish the thought, instead walking over to her nightstand and gently taking the wreath of lunar tears from the drawer. The flower's petals had aged to a brilliant whiteness, and Kaine thought it was more beautiful now than the day she first received it. You're gonna be a true woman soon. Is she getting her period? Hi, Banana. She's getting dementia. Banana, help. I've been reading for over an hour. It is a lot. My voice is getting tired. Anyway. Grandma said as she placed the flowers in the girl's hair. So that means less chatter about shades and building defensive walls and more talk about how beautiful you've become. Annoyed, Kaine reached up to remove the garland, but the look on her grandmother's face stopped her hand. Hi, Banana. You're a beautiful thing. Kaine is not a thing. She's a little girl, said the old woman. And there ain't another like you in all the world. I'm very proud of you. Okay, Grandma, that's enough goddamn compliments for one day. Honestly, same. Such a mouth on you, where did that come from? Gee, I wonder. I'll teach you to sass me, girl, yelled Grandma. Suddenly, she lurched forward and grabbed Kaine by the ears, pulling her around the room with a crazed grin on her face. Grandma, yelled Kaine in a quacking voice. Grandma, stop it. What the hell? I think she's in the 1890s. Sure seems like it. The old woman stared at her and blinked, then slowly held her wrinkled hands out as if it was the first time she had ever seen them. Oh. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I'm sorry, girl. Sometimes my mind just... Kinda thought the look on her grandmother's face was the most heartbreaking thing she had ever seen. Listen, she began. Maybe I should stay home after all. No, I won't have you stay here to keep an eye on an old codger like me. You go get your fruit and your wall and whatnot, I'll be fine. And when you come back, I'll have a nice grasshopper dinner waiting for you. Dude, I want some grasshopper dinner. That sounds delicious. Not actually, but you know. Kinda rolled her eyes, then kissed her grandmother on the forehead and made ready to depart, trying desperately to ignore the worry that was gnawing at the walls of her heart. Kinda could feel the old woman's eyes watching her as she moved down the path. Don't turn around, she told herself, but in the end, the temptation was too great. Codger, an elderly man, but we're talking to our grandma. Thanks for the explanation, though. She spun on her heel for one final look and saw a small, bent woman standing in front of a ramshackle hut with a sad expression on her face. God, she looks so old now. It's like the wind could reach down and just carry her away. I had to Google it. I see. But still, thank you for the explanation, even if it was through Google. Kinda worried about her grandmother all day, causing her work to suffer. What little fruit she could collect was tossed carelessly into the wheelbarrow, and she only found a couple of stones before losing interest in the project. Finally, as dusk approached, she decided to call it a day. Cursing herself for the lack of focus, Kaine pushed the nearly empty wheelbarrow back down the path. As she crested the final hill, she suddenly froze in place. The wheelbarrow fell from her fingers and collapsed on its side, sending a few pieces of wrinkled brown fruit rolling back down the hill. That doesn't sound good. I'm sorry you had to go through that, Kaine. Her gaze was transfixed by a thick, black cloud that hovered just ahead. Tracing its path with a finger, Kaine suddenly felt her stomach gnawed in on itself. Reading level +8 skill point unlocked. Honestly, I thought we were gonna be playing the game today, but we've been just reading. We've been reading since I started. There's no end to this. No, oh gods, no. Her grandmother's house was ablaze, the flames licking up. Licking up? as if trying to touch the sky itself. Grandma! Grandma! It's good? I'm glad you're enjoying it, Yuffie. Kaine ran then, faster than she had ever moved in her life. Once she tripped on a stone and went sprawling into the rocky ground, but she leaped to her feet and continued running, unmindful of the blood that spilled from her wounded hands and knees. As she got closer and closer, Kaine's mind began to race in time with her footfalls. It's too dark. It's too dark. Not just fire. Can't be fire, too much smoke. Gotta save her. Gotta save her. She burst into the front yard and came to a sudden halt, her worst suspicions confirmed. The smoke from the fire was mingling with the thick, inky blackness of an enormous shade. The massive creature supported itself on 3 twisted feet, and its sheep balanced through means of a large armored tail. Scales, horns, and claws sprouted from its body in a random chaotic pattern, giving it the appearance of a lizard designed by some insane god. This kinda reminds me of the shade we fought when we first met her. I wonder if it's the same one. Seeing Kaine let out a roar and flicked its tail, sending small whirlwinds spinning around the yard. For a moment, the creature retreated into a shimmering, inky blackness, as if her mind was unable to comprehend that such a thing could actually exist. But then the smell hit her, a blend of rotted meat and excrement, and the horror became real once more. The creature bellowed again, and this time, Kaine responded with a scream of her own. "Alright, you bastard," she thought as her scream echoed off the high cliffs around them. "It's you or me, let's go." Grandma, no! Exactly. You get a banana. The shade eyed Kaine with bemused interest. Then it began looking for her to the house and back again, as if urging her to look at the destruction it had so gleefully wrought. With dread building in her heart, Kaine glanced toward the house. Through the smoke and flames, she spotted a small figure struggling to escape the ruins. "Grandma!" At the sound of her voice, the old woman began waving frantically. "She's alive," thought Kaine. "Alive!" Kaine's legs sprang to life as she raced across the yard toward the flaming wreckage of the house. Before she could advance more than a few steps, the shade opened its mouth and let out a roar powerful enough to uproot trees and send them flying. The blast sent Kaine tumbling through the air before smashing her against the rocky earth. Stars danced in front of her eyes as she tried to remember how her legs worked. "Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up now!" As Kaine struggled to her feet, the shade stomped toward the house and pinned her grandmother to the ground with the tip of a claw. The shade smashed her, he said. "Banana, you're fitting in here." Because, well, we've had multiple occasions where we've taken things out of context. Welcome back, Max. You haven't missed much. Just reading simulator here. The old woman struggled to move the claw from her stomach, but she might well have been pushing a mountain. She coughed briefly, sending a small spray of blood into the air, then collapsed to the ground, her energy spent. Point 2. Yeah, pretty much. Chad is happy to have you, Max. Kaine lurched to her feet only to fall back to earth with a gasp. Her ankles were on fire. One or both of them were surely broken. Ignoring the pain that screamed through her body, she began dragging herself across the ground, leaving a drunken trail of dust and blood in her wake. I'm also glad that the guys are here. And gals. Grandma, hold on. Just a little longer. Her grandmother's face was turning blue, her eyes rolling back until only the whites were exposed. Kaine pulled herself across the ground with maddening slowness, the distance seeming to increase with every second that passed. The shade glanced between the two women and flicked out its tongue, its giant mouth turning up at the corners. Short, panting breaths belched from somewhere deep inside its core. Bastard! Laughing at us. She had no idea how such a mindless creature could experience emotion, but there could be no doubt the shade was taking joy in their suffering. Been so long since I had a bedtime story read to me. JK, I'm enjoying it. Are you getting ready for bed? I mean, this is the perfect stream for a bedtime story, it seems like. The stories are a bit dark, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, I see your plan. The shape moved its claws slightly, allowing Grandma to breathe again. It was clearly keeping her alive only to snuff out her life when Kaine was close enough to touch her. I'm gonna kill this bastard. Summoning all her strength, Kaine rose to her feet. There was a sickening snap from her right ankle as the foot twisted backward, but she forced it from her mind and began to hobble toward the monster. Pulling a small knife from the pouch of her waist, she leapt on the foot that pinned her grandmother and plunged the weapon deep. "Give her back!" she screamed. "Give her back to me!" It was like stabbing a rock. After a few swipes, the knife broke at the hilt with a dull snap. Oh boy. Trying to compete with my ChatGPT stories, eh? Absolutely. Not actually. It's only 8:21 p.m. I'll sleep at midnight, I see. Well, you know, I can't say that you won't sleep earlier since we will be reading a lot. I got Mickey's Clubhouse playing in the background so I don't get nightmares. Let's go! Evil closet monsters hate this trick. Max knows. The shape panted laughter again, then raised its tail and sent it rushing through the air toward the young girl that was latched to its foot. Kaine never had a chance. The tail struck her square in the chest and sent her crashing into the burning wreckage of the home. As she lay on the ground with blood pouring from multiple wounds, a small, weak voice spoke up. "Kaine?" Kaine's vision blurred, but she forced herself to focus on the sound. Finally, her eyes cleared enough for her to make out her grandmother's hands reaching out to her through the smoke. "Grandma?" "Kaine, you gotta run. You can't best this one." Kaine grabbed the hands and held on with all her strength. "Grandma, come on, we have to go." The old woman coughed loudly. One of her hands, slick with blood, slipped from Kaine's grasp and thumped to the ground below. "Grandma, no! No!" Evil closet monsters. But don't worry, Mickey's Clubhouse keeps them at bay. I wish Mickey's Clubhouse would keep these shades at bay. I said run, goddammit. You have to live. You have to get through. The thought would stay forever unfinished before she could say another word. The shade's clawed foot descended, smashing through the remains of the roof and down upon the shattered figure of the old woman. Blood oozed from the gaps in the creature's toes as the terrible putrid smell assaulted Kaine's nose once again. Grandma died, guys. Grandma's fucking dead. She stared at the foot, dumbfounded, convinced that what she was seeing could not possibly be real. When the creature finally lifted its appendage, all that remained underneath was a twisted, unrecognizable mess of rubble on bed. And red, sorry. Rip Grandma, yeah. Her grandmother was gone. Kaine blinked, trying to feel the hands which had been in hers just a moment before. For a fleeting instant, she could remember the warmth of that embrace, the trembling of the fingers. But then the sensation drifted away on the breeze and was gone. Memories flashed through Kaine's mind, one after the other, faster and faster until they became a meaningless jangle of noise. Kaine screamed then, a thunderous sound that echoed off the cliffs and seemed to roll away forever. The shade eased forward, black ichor pouring from its mouth and dissolving into smoke on the ground below. The earth shook with every step as it crept toward its prey. Kaine's body slowly rose, as if controlled by a mad puppet master. Her arms and legs were bent at impossible angles. Her head lolled dangerously to the side, yet somehow she managed to stand. Staring at the shade, her eyes began to grow with a deep red fire. Nice one, Banana. The creature, so confident just moments before, took a slow, hesitant step backward, trying to discern if this broken human could possibly pose a threat. Kaine seized the moment, laughing like a madwoman. She leapt into the air and plunged the shattered hilt of her knife deep into the leg of the shade. The shade shook Kaine off like a fly, sending her crashing to the earth once again. Her chest rose and fell slowly, as if a grey weight were resting on it. Moist sounds of pain echoed through her mind. Something warm and thick oozed from her ears. Is that blood? Think it is. Think I'm bleeding to death. No, can't. Can't die. Grandma told me to live. Deep inside Kaine's mind, something finally broke. The sound, the pain, the smoke and flames, all of it faded away until all that remained was a single incantation repeated over and over again. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it, kill it, kill it. Oh my god, it's gonna... Okay. Kill it, kill it, kill it. Kill it now. As the spark that was Kaine slowly began to flicker and die, she felt her desire to kill and her desire to live blend into one. The distance between heartbeats grew longer and longer and longer. And now we wake up. Fucking flashbang. There she is. So cute.
The beast approaches.
The beast. You missed some, kill it. Please restart and read them all again. I'm sorry. I don't think we can read it again though. I thought we were playing as Kaine. I didn't expect to play as him. Well, she's still waking up. Gotta pass the time somehow,
What
right?
anger this creature must have. How did it even survive these past 5 years?
Oh boy.
I'm not gonna let this happen again. It dies today.
It will die.
My sword feels lighter.
It's not the blade, but the skill of the user. Strike it down.
The book is alive, slowly going insane. That's how I felt moments ago because I spent over an hour reading. I mean, it was all lore related, and we learned a lot about Kaine, but you know, can you please do the thing? Thank you. Do you know how long the game is? Oh right, you were here when we finished the last playthrough. This is basically us doing the same playthrough, but from a different perspective. Legend of Dragoon, Sarah. I'm on disc 2 of... Oh. Oh. You got this, though. I believe in you. Look at her. Screenshots. Gotta take screenshots of the pretty woman. It has already been 30 hours, so it's at least another 30 more. Gently. Are we reading again? Oh my god. Guys, I don't know if I can do this. Weakly. Softly. The shade, sure that its tormentor was dead, turned and stomped off toward the horizon, stopping along the way to bellow one final roar. Still reading your Legend of Dragoon. Sounds like it. From what you've told me about the game and what this is, then yeah. I don't like reading that much, and I've been at it for a while now. Couldn't kill it. Shame beyond imagining. Kaine turned her head to the side, but only succeeded in coughing up a huge gout of blood. It was getting difficult to see, and only after a moment of fierce concentration did she realize that her left eye was gone. What do you mean her left eye was gone? She has it though. Unless she got a glass eye or something. Laughing to herself, she turned her remaining eye to the ruins of her home and noticed a ragged stump of arm resting a few feet away. Yeah, that's mine, she thought with a mad giggle. This is gonna make clapping a real bitch. Ha! Cried a sudden voice from the depths of her mind. Finally gonna die, are ya? Well, you had it coming. Go to hell, Demo, she thought at the unseen assailant. Go to hell before I pluck out your eyes and feed them to a dog. I feel like this game would do my head in for this reason. I don't mind reading. Lost Odyssey has its own reading segments, but every time I look over, I see this screen, no gameplay. Yeah, I feel like the part I don't like about this game is the reading. But at the same time, like, the stories that you are reading are interesting. So, you know. The voice of her childhood terror evaporated into smoke, only to be replaced by another, more recent voice. Hold still, said the apothecary, materializing from the ruins like a ghost. I want to draw you. That way you can live forever. No, stop. Don't want to live forever. Want to die right here. I see, he said quietly. Well, if that's what you want. The spectral shopkeeper fluttered in and out of existence for a moment, then produced a piece of paper and sketched quickly. After a few seconds, he turned the page to Kaine and smiled. Since you rejected my offer, I decided to draw someone else. It was a picture of her grandmother, real as life. Kaine opened her mouth to thank the man, but stopped as the picture began to blacken in the middle. Before she could say anything, dozens of multi-legged insects began to swarm across the image, tearing at it with sharpened pincers. Jeez. Who want to live forever? Not me! I don't want to live forever. Stop! No, don't hurt that picture. Kaine reached out with her remaining arm and waved. Uh, how do you say that? Anyway, that word at the air. To her surprise, the insects fell off the picture and to the ground below, where they vanished into tiny black tendrils of smoke. Relieved, Kaine turned her good eye back to the picture, only to open her mouth in a silent scream. The sketch now shadowed her grandmother, as she truly was, a smashed, unrecognizable lump of nothing. That's rough, man. Oh boy. What the fuck is left of her? One eye, one arm, no clue. I mean, she is wearing undergarments. Maybe that's why. But I'm confused about that part because if she lost like a bunch of her body parts, how did she get them back? Then again, one of her arms is covered in like bandages or whatever. I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out. The apothecary smiled, then broke into a jolly dance. Just imagine two people are like, okay, one of them is dead, the other one is about to die, and then there's just a guy dancing around them, like, bruh. I guess it makes sense, and she's not wearing gloves, though with one arm, yeah. See that? He cried as he danced his jig. It's perfect now. She looks just like you. Hmm. He's laughing at Kaine now. He's lightening the mood with the dancing. I'm not sure anymore. After what I just read, it doesn't seem like it. I look like that? Oh god. Oh god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Drowning in despair, Kaine laid her head back in the mud and smoke of her ruined house and waited for the end to come. But just before she let everything go, an unfamiliar voice began whispering in her ear. Ain't you got a wish, sunshine? The voice was vulgar and fierce at the same time, as if insanity had somehow found a way to take form. Kaine wanted to scream as the voice crawled under her skin, but her lungs refused to work. You know, a wish, like a prayer or something. Why don't you get on your knees and start praying to heaven? Please, invisible man in the sky, save me. Save me. Haha. Insanity taking form. Are you pointing at yourself? Kaine finally resorted to shouting at the voice with her mind. I don't make wishes. They don't come true for me. I'm a curse. A freak. Mayhaps? No. I don't believe that. Should be left to die. The other voice boomed in her ears. Oh god, you are the best. Kaine glanced down and saw a black, shiny substance oozing from her legs. She tried to brush it away, but her remaining arm would no longer respond. The substance slowly crept around her feet and then began moving up toward the rest of her body. Is this death? Is this what it's like? Or is my mind just losing itself? She could feel the slime oozing upward, feel the hot, searing pain it left in its wake. Whatever else might be happening, she was still alive, and this was real. Come on, said the voice, let it go. Kaine tried to ignore the voice and concentrate on the pain, but the newcomer would have none of it. Don't ignore me, sunshine. You're ready to give up, ready to die. So why not let me have it? Have what? Your body. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. I want to stand on the ground, feel the rain, taste the wind. Why would you say it like that anyway? The voice paused, as if licking its lips. When it resumed, it was filled with mad, unabated joy. And I want to take your hands and use them to choke the goddamn life out of people. I want to tear out their throats and bathe in the blood just like before. In response, Kaine shifted her head and vomited. The warmth of it crept down her front and mingled with the pain of the encroaching black ooze. Are you a shade? Yeah, maybe. What of it? The slime reached her face, crept up past her nose, and slowly oozed into the socket of her missing eye. So she was fixed by a shade, is what I take from this. The moment it touched her brain, Kaine was struck by the most powerful sensation she had ever felt in her life. It was ecstasy. I guess. Like the drug? She wanted to scream with delight, but all she could manage was a small whispered moan. Feels good, don't it? Asked the voice with a chuckle. Yeah, what can I say? I know how to please the ladies. Todd, is this 50 Shades of Grey for you? Like, is it close to it? Shadrada, drug addict, I see. Yeah, that's what it seems like. Now give me that body. Come on, give me the body, and I'll give you more of this feeling. It's a fair trade. A black lump began to protrude from Kaine's side. As she watched, it grew longer and thicker, eventually taking the form of her missing arm. I can see better, she thought. My eye must be growing back too. The slime reached up to envelop the rest of her face, but she managed to brush it away. Stop, she whispered, marveling at how she had regained her voice. Stop. The black goose hesitated, as if considering this request, then quickly shimmered down her body before disappearing in a cloud of smoke. Oh, what the hell, sunshine, screamed the voice. We had a deal. I thought you wanted to die. Grandma said, can't die yet. A brief image of her grandmother, bloodied and broken, flashed before her eyes. She saw the shade that had killed her and heard its mocking laughter, then closed her eyes and forced the image from her mind. Her whole body was quaking with rage. When she opened her eyes again, she burned bright red. That thing took my grandmother. I have to kill it before I die. Kaine glanced down and saw a mysterious pattern. The pattern of the shades burned itself into her left arm. Well, I'll be damned. said the voice cheerfully. Look at that, sunshine. I think you and me are gonna be good friends now. Kaine stared intently at her arm. The more emotional she felt, the more the letter seemed ready to puncture her skin and begin infecting the rest of her body. The arm clearly had a will of its own now. Stop. Gotta stop. Holding her left arm in her right, Kaine took a deep breath and tried to calm herself. Come on, don't fight it, pleaded the voice. Hate's my favorite dish and I'm hungry. Let it go, feel the anger, burn with the fire of revenge, thirst for blood, then go out there and... Shut up, shut up and get the hell out of my body. Your body? Oh, that's rich, sunshine. Real rich. Look, why don't you just up and die so I can have this body all to myself? What do you say? I bet those buddies of yours in the area would love to see you dead. Kaine grabbed a nearby shard of glass and tried to saw off the shade-infected portion of her side. Before she could, her darkened left arm grabbed her right wrist, crushing it. Kaine screamed and dropped the shard at the sound of bone crunching on bone filled the air. That's horrible. Stupid idiot girl, you're possessed now, sunshine, and there ain't no going back. The voice laughed again, a loud long wail that seemed to go on without end. Possessed, whispered Kaine. Yeah, possessed. You and me, we got what you might call a timeshare arrangement. Remember how folks used to think you were a freak? Well, wait, wait till they get a load of you now. Kaine looked up, tears in her eyes. The sky seemed smaller somehow, darker. Is this because of that shade? Is this how they see the world? So, listen, purred the voice. I know this whole possession thing seems a bit sudden, but it ain't all bad. There's plenty in it for you, too. I'm a very powerful creature, Sunshine, and now that power belongs to you. You got enemies? People you want to kill? I can make it happen. That little fat kid who kept picking on you? That big old shade that squashed your granny? We'll warp him up in their own asshole. Ah, yes. No more abuse for you, sunshine. No more pain. Wait, said Kaine. You're a shade. Why would you help me kill another shade? Why, you think I'm some kind of racist? Some killing snob? I don't give a good goddamn who you murder, honey pants. I just want a drink from the well. Kaine considered this as she struggled to her feet, the power of the shade coursing through her. The smoke from her house was drifting away with the wind, and she enjoyed the way the cool evening breeze felt on her new left arm. After a long pause, the voice spoke up again. So, how about it? You and me? We could have some good times together. Look, I'll even take care of your bloody part if you don't want. Fuck off, asshole, muttered Kaine. I'll handle the killing. Ha 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 ha, screamed the voice. Look at you go, oh sunshine. We're gonna have so much fun. So listen, my name's Tyran, and if you ever need me, I'll just be hanging out in this place of meat you call a heart. Now get to it. The more you kill, the more your heart turns rotten and sour. And I like rotten and sour. Kaine found herself nodding at the voice. Yeah, she said. Yeah, I think this can work. I'm gonna find that shade and I'm gonna strangle it with its own guts. I'm going to lurk while gaming a bit. No worries, Yuffie. Enjoy the games. And when I'm done, I'm gonna do the same to you, Tyran. Count on it. Ha, laughed Tyran. I've ship bigger than you, so good luck with that. You're welcome, Yuffie. Oh, and hey, one more thing. Right now, you and me are sharing this body, but if you ever run out of hate, if you ever, go soft, then I'm gonna take over everything. So keep on killing, Sunshine, and watch your back. The voice grew fainter and gradually faded away, fading to somewhere deep inside Kaine herself. Kaine waited until she was sure the voice was gone, then waved her new arm around a few times. It feels perfectly normal, she thought. It feels like mine. Desperately, she began poking and prodding at the new limb, determined to find something wrong with it. She didn't want it to feel normal. That would mean the creature inside her had already won. I am not a shade. I am Kaine. Repeating this mantra in her mind, she slowly began digging through the rubble of her house, being careful to ignore a certain red-stained spot in the corner. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity of heartbreaking work, she found what she was looking for. It was the wreath of lunar tears. I like that. Though it had been through hell and back, the garland's petals were as bright as ever. Kaine started to place it in her hair, then slowly lowered the wreath and stared at it. I'm sorry, Grandma. I'm so sorry. But I don't deserve to wear this anymore. I'm possessed, corrupted, a freak. And this time, I don't think there's any going back. Holding the flowers to her heart, Kaine fell to the ground and sobbed. As night gradually lightened to dawn and the people of the area rose to their daily lives, she remained in that position as if tears could somehow wash away the horror that now infected her world.
Alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! Grandma.
We're waking up!
Kaine, you gotta live! You gotta come back to us!
There she is. The whole gang's there.
Hey.
Emil is back too.
Emil, you were the one calling me, weren't you?
You still recognize me?
Alright, that
Of
was
course.
after
I knew
he
you right
turned.
away.
Thank you, Kaine.
Welcome back, Kaine.
Wow, you grew up. So, how long has it been?
5 years.
Can we finally play the game? Without all this reading? I think we can.
Shit. That's a long time. Any luck with Yona?
We are still no closer to finding her. We need a way to locate the Shadow Lord.
By the way, this is for you.
What is for me?
Is that
Oh,
a lunar tear?
It's not as good as your grandmother's, but I tried.
No, it's great. Thank you.
Kaine waking from her long petrified sleep. Emil's unflagging kindness. Our reunion was a happy one, and we let it wash over us like rain.
right, that's when they got
That
kicked
is,
out.
until Devila and Popola had to go and
Yeah.
ruin it all. Are you kidding me? You can't be serious.
Please try to understand. People are tired and scared, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to bear the brunt of that.
This is crap, and you know it.
It's okay. We can sleep outside.
No one's sleeping outside. You and Kaine saved this village, and now they want to run you out?
People are afraid of us. And really, I understand. I mean, look at me. As long as you're still with us, I can deal with it. Right, Kaine?
I'm used to sleeping outside.
But
We'll see you later.
Sorry about this.
Wait, we're going outside. No, never mind. That's.
What is the matter?
Kaine always sleeps outside. I never thought about that until just now. Never even occurred to me. Damn it.
We should turn in.
I want to play as her.
I didn't get much sleep that night. For the first time in my life, I hated Devila.
Good.
For the first time in my life, I doubted Popola. But those feelings are pointless in the end. They said and did what they did for the sake of the village. To protect it from the horror of the Shades. Really, how can I blame Devila and Popola? In the end, I'm just as bad. Because I never once stopped to think about Kaine and Emil's situation myself.
It's loading. Is that outside the wall? Oh, I thought we were gonna.
I should apologize to Kaine and Emil, but what good would that even do?
I got a fire going, Kaine.
Wait, is that...
Campfires are weird. I'm so happy to get to talk to you
We're
again, Kaine.
camping.
Yeah, me too.
I tried everything I could think of to save you, you know. I polished you with a special cloth. I poured warm water over you.
Aw.
Wait, you poured water on me?
Yeah, but it didn't really do much except make you all shiny.
She deserves to be all shiny.
Hey, Emil. Thanks for saving me.
More screenshots.
I guess you noticed how I look different now.
I'm sorry, Emil. I'm sorry for all of it.
Well, I mean, this new form isn't all bad, you know? At least I can look at you when we talk, right? Hey, so why don't you tell me something about yourself?
I'm not very interesting. Sorry.
Come on, I just want to know you better. Please?
Fine. This all happened when I was a kid. Before the whole shade possession thing.
Please tell me I don't need to read.
My body is... different. And when the villagers found out about it, they started treating me like a freak. But one person, my grandmother, accepted me just as I was. No matter how bad things got, she gave me the strength to keep going.
She's really special to you, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, hey! That gives me an idea. Since we cured your petrification, we should start looking for a way to cure your possession and my body. I know we can do it if we all work together. Heck, it'll probably be super easy.
Super easy. I doubt
Let me
that.
guess. More warm water.
Okay, can we just forget I told you about that?
They're cute. I love them so much. He's been eavesdropping. How fucking rude. Trad told me a story before bedtime the other day about a husband and a wife with matching red bags.
Sleep well?
Sure.
And yet your red eyes tell a different tale. Don't be so hard on yourself, lad.
I need to go see Devila and Popola.
Very well.
I guess we're not playing as Kaine. I thought we would.
What might that be?
It's Mom's diary.
I have not heard you speak much about your mother.
She got the Black Scrawl and died when I was little.
My apologies for bringing it up.
It's all right. I can barely remember her face anymore. This is the only thing I have left of her. Reading it helps remind me of when we were still a family.
I see.
But the final entries get a little strange.
In what way?
Well, here, take a look.
We're gonna read again. Flashbang.
Say there, can you not hear me?
What is going on?
Why are you standing about like a slack-jawed ninny?
Sorry. Felt like I was dreaming or something.
Sleeping on one's feet is quite the talent indeed.
You sound
Come
different.
now, there's the door.
Right. Let's go.
Proceed beyond this point and you will be unable to save until the battle is over. I have an hour. Sure, we can do it in an hour. Replaying Code Vein. I'll create the other as my playable characters this time. Sheesh. I hope you're not expecting any action, Sarah. This is, after all, reading sim. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Do you jump? Oh, there are bats. Uh-oh. The music is going kind of nuts. And in a way, it's reminding me of Final Fantasy 13. Because I feel like they would use similar music in their games. The 13 games. Come on. Don't be an ass. Okay, maybe we need to go down. A bunch of shades get killed. Okay, we can keep going this way. It's hitting kind of hard. It's the perfect music to kill shades too. Also, what I wanted to say is that I never finished Code Vein. I played it at some point, but then I got stuck somewhere. Hello, I assume you're called Minder? Hello, hello. Hope you're well. Oh my god. You joined at a great time because we just finished reading. We were reading for over an hour. And we're finally getting some action. Oh boy. Okay, move. They're not doing much damage to me. It's really good but difficult as heck at certain times. I think I got stuck at a cathedral looking spot. I'm not sure what it's called. Oh boy. Who's doing that? Also, the music changed. I hate these bats. They're horrible. They're horrible. Ah! The camera angles are also horrible. I'm just getting fucked. I see a boss bar, but I don't see the boss. music is getting even better. Anyway. Come on. Where's the other one? You're dead. You're the last one. Dude, I don't even... Oh, we're fine. We need to kill this one. New game plus? Sheesh. Crazy. Medicinal herbs, let's go. Oh, the Catrillo is literally the worst area. I hate it so much. So, okay, so I'm right about it. I think. I remember it being really white. It was really pretty there, but it was horrible. I just love it since you can create basically any anime character you want, and the gameplay is great. It really is, though. I have good memories of the game, but the Black Scroll, alas, sheesh. This reminded me of Elden Ring, probably because of the color scheme. But we're not playing Elden Ring. Todd, I know you want me to play Elden Ring, but I'm sorry. It's beautiful, but terrible. Eh. That's when I stopped playing. Because I got fed up. I don't remember if I was streaming it back in the day. I don't think so. But at the same time, I'm not sure. Do you mind? I want to get behind you. They die pretty quickly, actually, when you get those hits in. By that I mean when you're able to run behind them. I messed it up. Sir! There we go. It takes 2 hits for you to mess them up. I really like the music. Play Elden Ring. Elden Swing now! The new Swinger edition. Are you talking about what I'm doing here right now? Get fucked. For some reason, I'm getting vibes from Final Fantasy 13. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh boy. There's a lot going on here. We're fine though. We're alive. Was that all of them? I think that was all of them. More medicinal herbs. Mailbox was empty today. I hope I get a letter from Sarah tomorrow. Soldiers of Salt calling forth white death. I didn't get to read the last part because my loading screens are too fast. Also, we're in the library now. Also, I just noticed that I haven't been using the book at all. Whoops. Focus on someone. Nuke them. Throw spears at them. Oh. Not good. Not good at all. Anyone else? I feel like they're... Never mind. But I feel like they're upstairs. I want to check. Okay, perhaps I was wrong about that. Whoops. Wrong spot. The stairs are here. Pew! Oh, you're still alive. I think when I use Despair, it only gets rid of the shield around them. But when I actually go in with a sword, then I'm able to fuck them up. Ow. Who's doing that? There we go. Oh, that dude is teleporting. Where are you? Stop teleporting. I should heal. Oh my god, there's many of them. Or? No, they're dead, never mind. Banger music, dude, I know. One-handed sword, fool's embrace. Medicinal herbs, let's go. I have no clue what's going on. The dragon's corpse brought death to the world. Something, something, kill. Now we're at the spot where you go to when you're about to end the first playthrough. That I don't remember. The Shadow Lord's Castle, I think, is what it's called, right? I swear I was paying attention. Oh, boss fight. Oh, I've forgotten everything about this guy. Do a few of those. Ow. I was in the air. Also, hi Ventus. I thought Max said that. My bad. But yeah. The music is absolutely banging. Take a few spears. Spears. Woo. Please. Just getting thrown to the walls. Hey Sarah, it's me, not Max. Yeah. All blues look the same, you know? I'm kidding. Used to be something I said about purples. Todd would know. Oh boy. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. My cough just wouldn't quit today. I bet Sarah would have rub my back if he was here. Aww. Black sickness stains the future. They journey to return to soulless vessels? Sheesh. I hate these camera angles. But hey, what are you gonna do? Also, I hate these dudes with the armor. Medicinal herb! I can't pick it up though. I guess we're full. Oh, I see where we are. We're literally going through the game is what it feels like. Why does it fuck with me going from left to right? I can't do that jump. Honestly, same Ventus. I'm fine. I'm not fine. Oh, it put me up here, guys. I learned a hack. Never mind. I'm gonna fall into the sand a lot. Yippee! We made it. Drakengard 3? No. And I don't know much about the game either. Is it similar to this game or Final Fantasy games? Can you please stop? Oh boy. Oh boy. Run. Take a spear. I love this song. It's so good. Uh-oh. We need to get rid- stop focusing on that guy. Focus on this guy. Get rid of him. We don't want him here. Heal. Take a spear. You're dead. Come on. Move to the middle. Exactly. And then, well, you were dead already. So that didn't do much. Can I go in there? No? I guess I need to keep going. Oh boy. Woo! Jeez, I almost fell. I almost fell into the sand again. You're next. There's another one. Oh. Why are you here? Just to suffer? Ah! Ah! I'm okay. I'm not okay. Or am I? No, we're fine. We're chilling. Not falling to the sands. Stay on this level some more. Enjoy the banger music, honestly. We should do that. Do I need to... Okay, I think we need to sprint, but I don't remember how you sprint on command. That's rolling. Can I do this? Will that get me up to sprinting? I think it just did. I still didn't make it though. Womp womp. But we were close. Come on, keep doing that. We're sprinting? Almost. As you can see, Ventus, I'm listening to your advice. No? Can you not do that? I have a feeling you can. So I'm gonna keep trying. Thank you, you're welcome. We're sprinting. No, I still didn't make it. Okay. But there's no way you can make it from there. I feel like that's there as a bait. Nope. Oh boy. We're just gonna keep jumping into the sand over and over again. I hope you enjoy the stream of us doing that. Like, he was almost there. He touched the edge with his body. Nope. Nope. Hi Todd. I'm enjoying the music a lot, no worries. Me too. Me too. It's a banger. Here's one of these. Don't want to die completely, you know. There's no way. Am I missing something? Well, that's not working. At all. I gave your alt Sutnev account a gift sub the other day. He did. Yeah, absolutely did. Don't know if it's your alt though. Where? How? How do you do this? Like, I'm certain it has to be that, but I don't know how to time my jumps, maybe. Didn't even know there was a suit now. But that's an idea. Maybe I should make a character in a game somewhere. Do it. Please keep us informed. Whee! Nope. Nope. What am I missing though? No, we can just go forward. Like, we literally need to get up there. I'm certain of it. You see, if I was playing NieR Automata, I could hang on to the... Well, not the book, you have a bot there. But assuming there was a book in NieR Automata, you would hang on to the book and just, you know, glide over. Dude, I feel like we're not getting anywhere, and I don't know what I need to do. At this rate, I'm running out of my healing items. I literally have one left. Could be your character name for when you are doing an evil playthrough, like your dark side. That's one way to put it. Can I jump there? No. I can't jump back up either. Oh. Game, please. How do you not make the jump? Third boss done. Well done. I'm proud of you. There's no way. Like, am I just stupid? I know you jump further when you sprint. But I feel like, I don't know, it's impossible. Whoops, I messed up the sprint. Whoops. There it goes. You're not stupid? I am very... I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't actually mean that I'm stupid, because I'm pretty sure I'm not. But I don't know. Ah yes, Baldur's Gate 3 Dark Urge Sutna. Let's go. Dude, there's no way. I'm gonna die here. We're gonna get a game over screen. I still have health salves, but the question is... Restores all the HP. We have one of those. Magical attacks. Okay. Yeah. This is the only thing I can imagine doing here. And we fail every time. You can do it. I don't know. I'm gonna die very soon. Like, he's literally a wee bit short when it comes to the jump. But where else can you take him? Like, he slides down from there. Next jump will be game over. It was nice knowing you boys. Womp womp. Womp womp. Saving! System data saved. Excuse me, what happened? Was I supposed to die here? Flashbangs.
My word.
Something wrong?
I feel as if I've just awoken from a most unpleasant dream.
I know what you mean. That happens to me whenever I read it.
Am I supposed to actually do that? What does the quest say? Talk to Devil and Popola. Okay. But we're playing as him again. I really thought we were gonna play as Kaine. I'm disappointed. Because I want to play as our girl. But we got a lot of backstory to her already, so I'm guessing this playthrough will give us a lot more. Talk to Devila and Popola. Why is it telling me to leave?
I should talk to Devila first.
Okay, to Devila first. Okay. Okay. There's a playthrough, you get to play as her. Okay, okay. Wait. She's here. Hi, girl.
Oh,
Right.
hi. I kinda thought you'd never talk to us again.
I understand you're doing this for the village, and that you don't have a choice.
Pretty much, yeah. But look, why don't you go talk to Popola? I think she wanted to discuss the Shadow Lord with you.
I'm headed there next.
Can't remember how to trigger that playthrough, though. I assume you just keep playing.
Yeah?
Sorry
In the same
about yesterday.
save file.
I shouldn't have lost my temper like that.
You don't need to apologize. Anyone would be upset when their friends are hurting. Let Emil and Kaine know that we're sorry, alright?
Alright.
Alright. Will do. Where did her voice go? I want her to sing to me. Not Popola, but the song with the lady singing. So I made a new friend, and guess what? He's a king! I wish I had some friends. Aw. Yona. Hi.
Popola?
Oh, hello.
Look, I want to apologize for
Stop. You didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, but neither did you. You're just trying to protect the villagers. And I jumped down your throat for it.
It's very kind of you to say so. Regardless, please don't let it trouble you.
Ahem. I believe there was something you wished to discuss with us.
She's singing in the center. Popola is singing it so it quiets down as you leave her. Is she actually?
Oh, right. Yes, about that. You know about the lost shrine, right?
The temple where I was first discovered.
That's blowing my mind, Ventus. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Because you also hear her singing when she's at the tavern. And when you're near the tavern. I never realized that. Thanks for telling me. I mean, if she's out, you can see for yourself. I will check next time I'm there.
That's it. Well, it seems that the Shadow Lord's lair is connected to it somehow.
Oh, it was right under our pages the whole time.
Right under our
But
pages.
the bridge that leads there is unusable.
So take a boat.
Take a
A
boat.
boat?
A boat.
Yes, the canal's finally been repaired. It took a lot longer than expected, what with the shades and all. I also asked them to provide a boat at the path to the Lost Shrine's back entrance. The ferryman will let you use it free of charge. That should make it easier for you to move from town to town.
Thanks, Popola. I feel like you've done so much for me. I'm really grateful. Alright, I'll see you around.
And for the love
Bye-bye.
of everything, be careful.
I don't trust you. She's been lying to me this entire time. But let's see if she's there. Devila.
The path above the entrance to the shopping district should lead to the boat landing.
I hear ya. Davila!
Excellent to know the canal is finished. Hopefully this puts our days of running all over behind us.
The faster we can move, the faster we can save Yona.
She's not
Let's
here
use it as often
anymore.
as we need.
I'm guessing she went back to the tavern. You can hear the song.
What
And
have
when
we
you
got?
talk to her, it stops. I'm amazed.
Which job should I give you first?
Masterless lighthouse, sure. Shattered cargo.
Want to go to Seafront? I've got a request from a lady there. Actually, it's more like a demand. Wish I could boss people around like this.
Crazy.
I wrote down the
Thanks
client's
for
location
telling
on your
me.
map, so head over there to get the details.
Seaside, eh? I know how to get there. That's so cool! I'm amazed. No worries. I will stay here forever now. Glad you like it. Yeah, it's really blowing my mind right now. More than it should, probably. Hello.
Just the person I wanted to see. Do you have a moment?
What
What's
do you
up?
need?
Our water wheel is on its last legs. I'd like to shore it up, but the job is a little beyond my skill set.
This is a wise thought on your part. That wheel is a machine of not insignificant age. Better to repair it now than wait until it fails completely.
I suppose we'd all be in trouble if it broke. So what do we need?
I don't think I ever
Replacing the
finished this
axle and
quest.
the paddleboards should suffice for now. I believe the strange thing store in Facade should have everything we need.
Yes.
All right. We'll head there when we have a minute.
Thank you. And while you're gone, I'll track down someone to do the actual repair work.
Do we just want to go on the boat and speed run through the parts we've already seen? Hello.
Hey, look who it is. Remember me?
Oh. I do remember you.
That red bag. By my pages. You're the slovenly half of that couple who refused to stop arguing.
I just got reminded of some lore.
Hey, it's been a while.
Sure has. I've been in charge of this canal since we last talked.
Yeah, you're gonna die.
Apparently I did a pretty good job with it because they decided to make me the permanent ferryman.
Oh yeah, huh? Congrats.
Thanks. Still, it's not all puppies and unicorns. The old ball and chain is always harping on me now about how much I work.
It seems like you also get Adventus.
Anyway, if you got a place to be, just let me know and I'll take you there.
I do need to go somewhere. Or there, I believe. Last night Sarah told me stories until I fell asleep. I don't remember anything he said, but boy was I happy.
The Lost Shrine's up ahead, just past this cave.
As well as the Shadow Lord's castle.
Let us make haste.
No, we don't need to be here. Or? No, never mind, we do. I was reading the map incorrectly. Don't mind me. Oh. Hansel. What do you want? Go away, dirty, defective swine. I'm not like you, I'm different. The This game really likes to flashbang you, and I don't appreciate it. We're getting like tiny new glimpses of the lore, which is fun. Oh no, it's the ladders again. The extremely long ladders. I wish jumping was faster. Or actually, I wish I was Emil so I could just fly. Like he flies. At least there's no shades this time around. Not yet, anyway. Come on, get up. Get up! Okay. Should be coming up in a second. There we go. We made it. Oh, there's more. You again. Stop bothering me. Grimoire Weiss has been taken away. Hansel is dead. There's no reason for me to exist anymore. We made the shade sad. My life is over, just leave me alone. What? Now I feel bad. For killing the Shade's friend.
Sunshine. We finally get to bathe in blood.
Don't talk to me.
I want to kill so bad I can barely stand it.
Shades have feelings too, you know? Clear, as it turns out, yeah, they do. I didn't think about that before, okay? To me, they were just mindless enemies. Also, we heard Kaine's Shade talk just then. I don't think we heard that before when we were here. So mean, poor Shade. I know, right? If I had known that, I would have never killed that Shade. Okay? We can't correct that right now either. Excuse me, how dare you push me down? Fucking rude. You know what? Those Shades deserved it. Changes her mind immediately. What happened to him? Nope. You might be hearing voices from now on. Oh boy. Am I going insane? Am I not going insane? Who knows? Get stabbed. Same with you. I think we got a new sword though. Wrong button. Go out of there. I want to see that. Just show me all of them. Our current one has 194 attack power. This one has 200. It's very heavy though. What do you mean from now on? Haven't you guys also heard the voices? Uh-oh. 295? 312? 329? It's a heavy weapon though. I want a light weapon. So I think I will go with that one, which is 312. Never mind. Extra heavy? Okay, we have some insane weapons that I was unaware of, apparently. Moderate. We have one weapon that needs to be acquired. Are you serious? Have we gotten all the other weapons in the game? I know there's an achievement for collecting all the weapons in the game. Where was the light one? This one. I will use that. Equip. Word edit. Weapons. We need to find something that would suit this weapon. But yeah, don't worry, Banana. I hear voices in my head. No. Actually, no. I don't want you to think that I'm insane or something. Attack power plus 30. No, that's the one we have already. Never mind. XP rate. Do we want XP? Item drop rate. Paralyze, poison, confuse. Drain HP is something I used at some point. What do you do? I don't see it. No effect. Poison, paralyze, drain HP. Okay, I think I want to go for XP rate. Don't worry, Sarah, my voices my voices say you're not insane. Let's go. What the fuck is that word? No clue. What are either of those words? Stroke I have, maybe? Maybe? Perhaps? Don't worry, I have them all the time, it's okay. The swing is kind of slow on this one though. I don't know if I like it. So I believe I'm going the wrong way. We need to go this way. Why did you turn into Yoda there for a moment? Oh no, we need to move the boxes again. I've done this before. Why do I need to do it again? Question is, do I remember how this works? Take this one. Pull it out of the way. This way, we can push this one over. And we do that. And we push it into the corner. We can leave.
This is all too easy.
What is too easy? Oh boy, well, if we do that, then yeah. Maybe the sword is too slow for me. Oh, hello. I like my light weapons. There we go. Got a health salve though. Okay, we can go up from here. Also, I would like to be able to save my game soon-ish. That would be very cool. let's go this way. But wait, there's more boxes. There. Then we pull this one. All the way, I guess. Come on, push it. Does that go all the way there? Yeah, we can go through now, but I noticed there's a box here. Thank you. Those are useful. Okay, well, first of all, you go there. That already opens up that part, but we need to move this one. And we can move you a little bit, and we move this one, and boom. It's open. Turn back. I just got here.
What's with these guys?
Certainly not your garden variety shades.
Their bodies aren't fully functional.
Say, I've heard of this. A cursed area where incomplete shades gather.
Incomplete shades? There's such a thing as incomplete shades? Should I be worried? Pew. Up we go. You're all going down, whether you like it or not. Something I like about this weapon though is that we're able to like sorta knock them around even when they're blocking. Assume we need to go this way. Oh, hello, friends. Oh boy. This is very satisfying. More boxes! How lovely. Okay, I know what I need to do here. Actually, I think I can just move that one now. And we can leave. Yeah, boy! Okay, there's a box here. Nice. Move that over there. And then, whoops. I think we can move this to the other side and we should be able to get out. Nice. Oh, hello, friends. Did you miss me? I'm getting stabbed. Let's go. You're next. Technical guide. Whatever that might be. Oh, there's so many of them. Yes, please gather around me so I can take y'all out at the same time. I mean the small ones. Because it's so satisfying. It feels good. Is that all of them? I think so. Out we go. Okay, we're so. Oh, hello. Look at that damage. The damage. I'm sorry to embarrass you like this. Do you want me to go through the thingy again? Oh, right, there's this door. There's this door. I've treated you all poorly. That's what I feel like right now. Even though, okay, I really enjoy killing shades. It can be very satisfying sometimes, but at the same time, I feel sympathy for them. And I feel like I have treated them all poorly, especially the one who's laying dead there right now. I mocked you, betrayed you, all because you went Gestalt before the change was complete. But after all this, I think I can understand you. I think we can speak as equals. This makes me very happy. I hope we can spend the rest of our life. Are you dying? What was that? Is that me coming in and ruining your day before you were able to finish your sentence? Okay.
Kaine, Emil, look, from now on, I'm going to sleep outside with you.
Why?
I can't accept that you aren't allowed in the village. It's stupid.
So you're staging a protest? Fun.
Yes. It's
Don't waste
fun.
your time.
But it just feels wrong.
Well, that's really nice of you, but you still don't have to stay out here with us.
Do I need to move that?
You got a super important mission. You can't sleep out in the rain. What if you catch a cold? Besides, I like camping with Kaine. Sometimes we sit around the fire and tell stories, or roast.
Or
No,
roast?
that's enough. I got a fucking image to maintain.
Can I get up there? I know I can get up there. I've done it before. There we go. We made it. Medicinal herb. I don't remember how to get around this place. Oh, okay. This looks familiar. Go down. There you go. There you go.
We seem to be surrounded by a mob of helpless puppies.
Helpless puppies, eh? Ooh, guard resistance plus 20. Exciting. Okay. You. I'm sorry to do this to you. But you know what time it is? It is time to save the game and call it a stream. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. The start of the stream wasn't very enjoyable because it was almost 1.5 hours of reading, and I don't like reading. Thank you for the stream. You're very welcome, Yuffie. Let's figure out who we're gonna rate though. Okay, who is live? Derpdar! We need to rate Derpdar. Derpy, exactly. He needs to, or we need to, show some love to him. If y'all don't know, Max and Derpdar and Cheese played some Fortnite for the very first time together yesterday. And they were also drinking. I joined them for a bit too, and it was a lot of fun. See y'all tomorrow Well, I won't be live tomorrow. I will be back on Wednesday. I will be playing Minecraft on Wednesday. I don't know what we're doing yet. I don't remember what I promised I would do in Minecraft the next time we would play, but hey, there's a reason to go back on one of my streams and see what I said at the end of the stream, eh? I mean, in Max's, yeah, Max is live tomorrow, that is fair. He do be live tomorrow. But yeah, I'll be back on Wednesday, as I said, and then on Friday we'll be playing NieR again. I hope you enjoyed the stream, even though it was a lot of reading. But yeah, let's go say hi to Derp. Bye bye, everyone. Have a good rest of your day wherever you are. Bye bye.